Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp podcast with me, Harry Sticchini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up.
Oh, I enjoy how many times we pointed in that intro, all of us.
There was a point there where we all were looking like directly at each other as well. We all went...
I liked how you said times. You went, I like how many times.
Yeah, times. Fucking Conor McGregor. I'd quite like to do...
We're not with that in a minute, do we?
No, he's a bad man.
Yeah.
But you're not bad people for tuning in for another episode of the AllMadeUp podcast. Thank you very much. If you've not already subscribed, hit that button. Jump on the train with us now before Lewis screams at you.
Just do it. You know what? Do you know what? I jumped to an interesting stat, which I checked.
Every week, Lewis's stats.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's a stat for you, which I took a screenshot of today. So, in October, we had 61.9 hours worth of watch time.
On just on YouTube, that?
This is just on YouTube,
okay,
October. Yeah. November, 195.1 hours.
Clips.
That's clips, mate, yeah. What's that? That's a
no, what that is
200% increase.
What that is people enjoying the pod and not subscribing. That's what that is. That's people watching the content. It's free. Just hit it.
Yeah, that's mad that you see that. That's mad that you see that stat like that. Yeah. Me and Harry both went, great. More people watch it. You went, no. They're not subscribing.
We're up 307%.
If that was actual money, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
But it's not money. It's
just do your job.
Yeah, do your job.
Do your job. That's good. That's amazing. That's really good.
Well, yeah. I mean, it'd be good if other people said that to us, apart from us saying that each week. Do you know what I mean? Leave us a comment. Just say, well done, lads.
If people ask me, they'll go, how many people listen to your podcast? And I'll go, we have a few listeners. I'll go, like, the thing is, and this is a bit that I find probably the most mad, and I've said this to you before, having done stand-up for almost 11 years now, right? Okay, doing this podcast, in the last 2 years, we've got listeners in parts of the world I've never fucking been to, and you've never been to. You've definitely not been to.
What are you trying to
say? Earlier,
that's horrible, that, isn't it?
It's not horrible. This is his domain, right? Okay, this is his, seventh wonder of the world.
Yeah.
But I find that mad that people from all over the world, as I say, parts of the world are listening to this where we've never been.
Yeah, like regular listening as well.
Yeah, I think that's a cool thing. But equally, it'd be great if you get more people in your country to fucking listen to it. So if you are flying the flag for Russia, get a few more on board, right? Yeah. Have us pumping out across the front lines.
I'll start with America, maybe an achievable one, rather than go straight for Russia. You love the gulag, you, Harry.
Just slaves to the gulag.
Yeah.
Last time I'm going to say it. Just hit subscribe if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're listening to it, leave us a review. It takes 20, 30 seconds of your time.
Yeah, or follow on the podcast.
Follow the podcast. That's it. I apologise. I didn't mean to come at you, listeners, viewers. We love you very much. But sometimes you just need to get told.
Yeah, exactly. But...
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. My dad has a term where he says, sometimes you need a few fucks put into you. And that was your polite way of putting a few fucks into him.
Do you want to talk about that? Or?
No, it's absolutely fine.
Okay, right.
I deal with that in my own way.
Yeah.
Me and...
actually, one sec. I need to apologise to your sister. She asked for me to do an apology on the podcast for her. So, John, I do sincerely apologise for ignoring you. I walked past the other day, apparently, and I apparently blanked her.
Yeah.
And she didn't overreact at all and said that I was dead to her.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know which member of the Sticchini family actually...
Well, they all hate me.
Yeah. When Harry said, because you just sent the message, didn't you? Not who had sent it.
Yeah. I nearly sent the entire screen then. I realised there's information on that screen which is sensitive, so I had to crop, mate.
What is it about your airline?
Here we go.
Yeah. Your dad's trying to batter me. Your sister's trying to kill me. Who's next?
I don't know. We'll find out on this episode.
I hope your mum don't come to the live show.
No, I'm seeing my mum on Wednesday. Fucking hell. Yeah, it will work. We're at 7 o'clock, aren't we?
Yeah.
It will work.
For the listener, that was also mad for me as well.
Yeah.
That was
basically what that is Harry's booked me in to do some more work for him on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But obviously It's not, let's do some work together and then we'll chill out and have a few beers. It's, I'll fit you in for that allotted amount of time. Yeah. Then I'll go and meet my family afterwards.
Well, we're just employees to him.
This is not happening.
We're just employees to him. Harry's like, I do you a favour, hanging out with you there.
Yeah, hanging out with you, right.
I let you sit on the cool table.
I tagged you in my story.
Yeah, look at that. But I didn't actually tag you. What I did was I wrote your name, your Instagram name, so it's not clickable.
I think you've got problems with your thumbs, mate, because that definitely works as a
no need to call me that, is it? No, it's making a joke about my weight.
Not making a joke about. How are you getting on with your PT?
Good, really good. Yeah, I like
How many sessions in?
I do 2 a week, so I've had it for 3 weeks or 6.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Yeah,
back and buys,
everything. I do the old body every session. I leave. I'm just like, so it's good. It's good because it's like doing a squat, for example, like doing a squat properly.
Yeah,
you're like, God, I can only do 3.
Why? How was you doing them before?
Just like.
You weren't.
yeah. I wasn't. Yeah. I was just picking stuff up.
That's a star jump, Ben.
Yeah. And all the tables pick them up.
So
it's good. I'm really enjoying it. He's my mate as well. So
do you feel the DOMs? You got to feel any benefit?
I do feel better. Yeah, I always feel good after it. I always look great after it. So I've got a PT session before the live show actually.
I like how you're just throwing some like GCSE PE terminology about the under the radar. Do you enjoy your DOMs, do you?
Yeah.
The delayed onset of muscle soreness.
Yeah.
Someone did sports coaching.
Yeah, and got a first in it. What can I say? Natural athlete.
What did you do now? Stand up.
Natural athlete.
Yeah.
Just a little shift of the mind.
Yeah, just letting you show my power there. So moving
Change your direction.
But it's good. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. Because I do a lot of classes, but I'm enjoying doing like weights and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's. I find exercise is so good for your head. Clearing your head.
We're not going to whack my head the other day, and so it wasn't good for me then. Crap my head. I was like, Harry said it's got to be head.
It's supposed to be good for your head, this.
Yeah.
Chatting my head on. Barbell.
Well, you were smashing it with the PT for a bit, and then you kind of fell off the wagon.
Yeah, because I went Edinburgh and just took care of everything. And then, you know what I mean? That's why I can't take care of myself.
Hey, Harry let you stay with him in Edinburgh.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't start that. Come on, that's tight, that.
Harry let me stay with him, and all he fed me with dime bars and chewing gum, and that's all I lived on.
Chewing gum?
Yeah.
You carry the equipment every day. He's like, hurry up with that bag, will you, Lewis?
Dime bars and chewing gum, what a diet.
Together. Like a sandwich.
That's what you had in that bag.
Imagine having a dime bar and putting chewing gum in your gob. And
do you want a little... Mate, I made you yogurt in the morning.
You didn't make me yogurt.
You make him yogurt.
You poured me some yogurt out.
I didn't put... Mate, I cut apples up. I put a bit of muesli in. Granola.
Made me apples, made me yogurt.
I've been growing them for weeks.
Yeah.
And you
made me do all your work. That's what you made me do.
Yeah.
What I was going to say,
guest we need to talk about.
We need to talk about the guest, but before, just quickly, we went watching Gladiator 2 yesterday.
Oh, more like Gladiator poo.
Did you watch it?
You've been and seen it, haven't you?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have invited me anyway.
Talk to me.
I got a ticket to go. I got a ticket to go, and I was expecting big things.
Yeah.
For the listeners and viewers, no spoilers, if you want to maybe put your fingers in your ear.
There's no spoilers at all, but I do want to talk about one scene, which I've already talked about to you about. The scene where they're in ships in the Colosseum.
Yeah, that actually happened.
No, it didn't.
It did. It was hippos and not. That actually happened. I went to the Colosseum in summer, didn't I?
To watch that show.
So they filled.
I watched Gladiator. Yeah. Hey, it's realistic.
They filled it with water.
They actually filled it with water. Yeah, they would fill it with water and reenact ship battles in there.
There is no way
they didn't have sharks.
Depth.
You wouldn't be able to. Well, the Colosseum is so deep.
Yeah, I know, but for me, all the people who were watching it in the Colosseum, their seating position didn't change. But when they were fighting,
the water line had.
When they were fighting in the actual pit, it was like level to the floor, and then when there were sharks out, it was about 10 foot deeper.
No, there's a big dip from where the seats are to where the fighting arena is.
Yeah,
honestly,
a hippo's a land animal as well, so you can.
Hippos.
Yeah, no, they couldn't have sharks. You couldn't transport the sharks.
Yeah, exactly.
Hippos kill more people.
Rolling out facts.
Yeah,
like,
we're talking about Gladiator.
Do you know how fucking aggressive a hippo is?
Yeah.
If you get between a hippo and water, you're in big trouble.
Why would you be between a hippo and water? You're not. Get back. Get back in the jungle. You're not coming in.
This is a children's pool.
I didn't call you fat, okay? But no,
I know you're hungry.
They're very territorial, and they can run at 35 mile an hour. And they kill loads of people.
You've got a phone down there, so
no, they do.
Territorial. They could run.
Do you reckon you could take a hippo? You?
No chance.
Oh, just smack it easy.
Yeah, mate, the jaws on Apo would
Here
snap
we go.
you into.
Just before we get into it, what is one animal you reckon you could take? Let's say you was in this room now, and there's one animal in here. What's the biggest animal you reckon you could sort of like take down?
Any animal, grab it by the throat.
So obviously you got your cats, your dogs, which are sort of like domestic.
You can't go for them.
No,
Yeah.
but we're talking. Let's say, could you handle a cow?
Easy.
A cow.
Just push it over. Don't encourage that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is all fictitious. It's just what do you reckon it's a do or die situation.
Like an ape would kill you in a second.
Yeah,
an
ape would rip your face off.
Easy, yeah.
What about one of the small ones?
No, mate, the apes are strong as fuck.
I
reckon.
It's someone trying to kill you.
trying to
So
think
an
of
animal,
something.
an animal trying to attack you. Well, when a person attacks you, there is an element of limitation. When
Not
an
with me,
animal
pal.
attacks you, it just wants to kill you.
But do you reckon?
It won't stop.
Right. Let's say you have to like take down a cow in here. Can you do it? Are you doing it? Are you going for the eyes? Are you going through the ears?
I'd go for the ass. I'd burrow into it.
Start working it.
Yeah.
like a puppet.
I'd milk it dry. Just absolutely pull the life out of it.
Stop it!
Yeah,
It's like a polythene bag by the end of it.
yeah.
I'd give it a right hook.
It's been vacuum packed by the time I'm done. Right, eyes are just like different ends of the bag, and I'm just like victory.
Oh, I'd talk to it. I'd be like, oh, your life's worth. I'd make it do itself. I'd be like, oh, your life's worthless. You just walk on a field all day.
Or I would disorientate it and then put his udder in an electrical socket and just fucking zap it.
Zap it.
Yeah.
Put him on at the sockets in here.
I'd be like, okay, you win. Fuck off, bang.
Electrocute it through its udder.
Yeah, exactly.
And then eat it.
Yeah, make its milk all foamy.
Yeah.
You'd electrify its milk in its stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
Via the udder.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Best way to kill a cow, that.
Yeah, that's unique. That.
There you go. That's ragged.
And because they've got like 3 udders, enough portholes for each of them.
3 udders.
Yeah.
They've got 3 udders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got pull the udder
they
one.
have an even number of udders. Yeah.
Do they?
They don't have 3.
They'll have 6, won't they?
Yeah, probably. I think
Alexa, how many udders does a cow have?
It's 4. Well,
I didn't ask that.
yeah,
It didn't give me anything then.
I reckon it's more than one.
Well, while Ben Googles it, you tell us who the guest is and then we'll get into
Okay,
it.
the guest this week, everybody, is Pete Selwood, comedian, actor and writer. You probably recognise him from ITV2. He's been on Comedy Central and he's got a few things in the pipeline as well, which you might talk us about.
Oh.
But very funny lad. Known Pete for years. Very excited to have him on the couch and hear what's going on because he's getting ready to jump back into stand-up with a debut show. Oh. So very, very excited. How many udders, Ben?
2 udders and 4 mammary glands. So we're thinking of the teat, aren't you? The udder is that, but it's got 4.
Oh,
glands.
so the udder is like the big sacky bit.
Right.
Yeah. Then they're the mammary glands or the teat.
Imagine Pete Selwood never thought after his intro we would dive straight back into. So sorry, you're saying the teat is the udder is the sack of milk and the teats are the bits that come off. This is going to be all made up with Pete Selwood. Enjoy.
You keep stealing my bit.
Right, okay.
No.
Enjoy.
It's all made up, baby.
And we're back, everybody, with the brilliant Pete Selwood. You're on that camera there.
Hello. For the audio listener, Pete just waves, just in case you thought he wasn't here.
Yeah, but he waved to us. How are you doing, Pete?
Yeah, good. You all right?
I'm good, thank you. It's been a long time since I've properly seen you.
Yeah, I've been busy, haven't I?
You have. You've been
Too
making
busy for this
children.
kind of shit.
Yeah, I can say that sounded like Harry wasn't busy. Well, I've been busy. Yeah. Well, I've been busy.
You've been building a life for yourself, Pete.
Yeah.
Raising 2 little girls.
Yes.
I think you must be. We've only had a few parents on this podcast.
Have you not?
Genuinely,
It's 'cause
there's not many people that have come on this pod that have got
you
kids.
do it at exactly the time that bedtime is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
That's
also
when
don't
we are
tend-
recording at bedtime.
I give up seeing my kids to do this pod.
No, you're not allowed to see your kids.
I didn't want to say it that way, but yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Jason,
people
if
that
you're
kids.
watching, I love you.
I think last time
Don't believe what they say.
Yeah,
how old's your second little girl now?
I got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Last time I saw you, I think you did a gig at Seven Brothers when I was,
Yeah.
and you were like, I might have to leave it halfway through.
It was, do you know, it
Yeah.
wasn't even that. I then went and did Kendall Calling.
Yeah.
I did a stag do the week before my
Yeah.
second was born,
I remember you being like,
So hang on.
which was arrogant.
So you performed at Kendall Calling,
Yeah, but
and then we're having another baby, and we're like, I'm going on a stag.
Yeah, but I'd arranged my mate's stag do at Kendall Calling
All right.
before we'd had the baby, or before we even knew we were pregnant, or whatever. But then also I saw a business opportunity of I can make a bit of money out of this as well, and get an hour away from the stag do, because that's actually that's what you need, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
At least an hour to yourself. But the problem is you then have your hour with comedians who are fucking worse.
Yeah.
Yes. You know.
Can I ask, how was the stag at a festival? Because a stag at a festival seems pretty.
We glamped.
Oh,
It wasn't as glamorous as
hoped.
as the money suggested. Actually,
Blow up beds.
it was like it was like a teepee. It was teepee. It was fine. Like I was in bed with someone else there, but there was some that was like $3 or $4 grand. I think we paid like a couple of grand
For one TP.
2 teepees.
Fuck
But
me.
you know, we're in his 30s. We're doing all right.
So
I've been
shared-
busy.
Yeah,
as we said.
You shared a bed with someone you knew.
Share a bed with mate. Yeah.
All right, okay, that's fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
And you know, it was we were assured that the toilets would be better in that area as well.
were they?
No,
I've-
no, it's the same. No matter what, like you cannot polish a turd in a festival toilet.
I would argue. I went to a wedding and I met a lad I've not seen in years who was telling me they have a poo tent when they go to a festival, right?
What, their own personal one.
Yeah. I'll break it down to you, right? They take a bucket and a load of bin bags, and it's a stand-up, like, big tent, yeah? And then they put the bucket in there, and they were like, they're delinquents, right? Like, they get stuck in, but they were like, the poo tent is a very strict, sacred place, right?
Yeah.
So you go in, you do your business, you bag it up, and then you bin it. And it is so clean and easy, and I'm like, that makes perfect sense. If I went into a festival next time, I would take my own poo tent, 100%.
I mean...
That is perfect.
It's perfect. That's what it is. Hey, you're all right. That's number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people.
We're on fire.
Yeah, it's always my ass.
A lot of people had poo tents at Glastonbury, actually.
Who's down at Glastonbury?
Yeah, a lot of people had them. Where I was staying, it were fancy.
Where do they set them though? Like
Just next to the tents.
just next to but you'd set it far away, wouldn't you?
No.
No, I think the premise is
Downstream or whatever.
as soon as you've gone, you bag it,
Yeah.
and then it's gone.
Yeah,
It's not
so
lingering.
It's like you're pooing into a bin bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I take little slabs. I do like little paths to the
They had a
toilet.
They're like a proper.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I just not even have the bucket. I just take the bag into the poo tent. Just have the bag below, catch
This
it.
is all very. It's too.
Do you know what
it's
you
too
do?
organised.
Yeah, Lewis
You
would
wanna
be
just
stood in the bin bag, shitting, and then
It's a black bin bag.
and then he would
clear one.
like a sack race to the bin in it, and then get out, shit all over his legs, tie it up, and be like, "Job well done."
Harry, clean me.
Yeah, Harry,
Clean me.
I'm covered in shit.
Yeah, Harry's like, that's why I don't like out here.
Yeah, Lewis, you've ruined the sacred poo tent.
And everyone else's tent on the way past.
Yeah, I think
That
we
would
should
be
get off the topic
deserved.
of
Though.
that.
That's the hubris of it, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
If
What's
it's for it
that?
to go wrong, you deserve it because you've got cocky. You just need to be like a normal
Regular.
person, which is just sit there until you've got the fucking balls to go to the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to psych yourself up, and it's weird because the moment comes at random times.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's like they're going, do you know what? I could do it now. I'm going, lads.
we went to that Cambridge club one. What was the one before that? The one we just come back from, pretty much. Hull Truck, not Hull Truck.
No, Truck Fest.
Truck Fest, that was it.
Edinburgh Festival then.
Yeah, Truck Fest. The toilets there, mate. That was
bad.
like you. What some people leave in them toilets is just unbelievable, isn't it? Like, how have they got it that wrong?
People,
Like,
mate,
as in, like, it's like
people are idiots.
What were the toilets like? Did they have the sawdust that you put in it?
no, it were blue stuff.
Yeah.
You sounded so Lee then.
Yeah.
You went, no, it were blue stuff.
What is this witchcraft?
Ooh, it were chemicals.
They were hanging. They were just.
It was just poo in canal.
Just a urinal cake.
Yeah.
We have them everywhere, mate.
They
Dads, I need a poo. Get in the canal, Lewis.
I need a poo. But enough of poo.
Yeah, you brought it up.
There's a lot
Hey,
of poo early on,
Let's
isn't there?
flush that topic away, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you. Pete, your hands are warm for once.
Older brew.
We're a bit all over the place here. You have been a busy man. Obviously, you've been going to festivals, you've been having kids. We were on Comedy Central.
Oh, yeah. I was, wasn't I?
Yeah. So that was
That's
amazing,
good,
mate. Yeah.
It's cool. Thank you.
Hey,
I forgot about
congratulations.
that.
How was it?
Yeah, it was good. It was like, oh, can I be libelous?
Yeah, talk
It's
about
hard,
that.
like.
Our gig.
No one because people, it's not like a normal gig. It's people who've like paid for mailing list on the mailing list and just like come and like
free tickets.
And obviously it's like loads of different people on one night and a very big range of people.
Yeah.
And like they get someone to MC it, but all they do is just like 5 minutes of like, this is what's going to happen. No, like,
did you go on
not
first?
much interaction. I was like third, I think.
Right.
Just when they're starting to.
It went all right. For, like mine went fine. But
Did
it
you
was
see
like,
some deaths?
oh yeah. There's a few, yeah.
And how long's the spot?
I think he did like 8 minutes or something, which is a weird time, innit? 8 minutes, like who does that?
Yeah. What
you would
bits do
never
you
do that in comedy.
If it's going bad, I'll do 8 minutes. Yeah, I'll do 5 if I can, pal.
And that's a 20.
Yeah, exactly. This is your opener, and he's off.
No, it's good. It was good fun, I guess. You know, it's one of those things. It's a nice clip to show people and all that.
Yeah, definitely.
They are different environments because I've not done any bits and bobs like that. The closest I got was I hosted ITV sketch show, right?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I was never going to make the edit. I got told that beforehand because I walked in.
Before you've even started.
Before you go on, just let you know.
I walked in and they were like, you're going to see cameras, but you ain't going to be on them.
What did you do?
I basically I was MC, so I got told.
Light's not even on the camera.
Yeah,
Harry's gone. Harry's gone. Turn them on.
They're all actually facing the wrong way, drinking brews. Like
the bit that really made me laugh was every time the acts were on stage, the cameras were on the stage, and then when I was on stage,
you just
the
turned
cameras
them away.
They were on the crowd. Right? Maybe they were using that to cut away for laughter. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That must be so like.
Well,
difficult.
It tells the audience who to watch as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, focus on all the acts.
Not worth recording.
Point them away.
The bit that I found funny with it was though, like I had a good time emceeing it, and but because it is free tickets and they're giving away, it is an interesting type crowd, and equally there was a lad sat on the front row that had a beret on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right. That's
the end of the story.
On any Friday or Saturday night, would he get spoken to?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely fucking mullered, right? I made a quip about the fact that the lad next to him was dressed like Benjamin Button, right? Okay, because he was about 21 but dressed like a 78-year-old man. And I could feel everyone in the crowd being like, I was a bit like, fucking hell, let's not get on to Pierre over here, right? So I was like,
very witty.
Oh, yeah, just being like, well, maybe he likes wearing these clothes. And I was like, fucking look at him, right?
Was it London, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Greenwich.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That is also a massive factor.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've brought that up.
Just a different vibe. But there was acts that went on that absolutely roofed it, and then equally there was people that went on that just had a bit of a stickier start. But I'm not going to say who. That's a bit rude.
No, that's not. Yeah.
That's obviously joking.
But they are interesting type gigs, aren't they?
Yeah, like you just like you obviously, and also like there's a really. Because on most shows, you kind of want everyone to do well. You want it to be a good night, but there is an element of like, well, I need to do better. Than everyone. So there's a competitive.
Like a penalty shootout.
Well.
Just score your penalty.
Yeah, and get you done. You know, and at the end, you've got to talk to people in the bar, which is obviously the most horrendous thing. I'm just not built for that. I'm not from that world. Like when like people, if you ever get talking to someone from telly, and I've only just realised this year. They always go up to you and go, "Oh, what are you up to?" And my immediate northern thing is, not much, mate. Just leave it there." And then you're like, "Oh no, you've actually got to tell them that you're good at stuff, aren't you?" And that's quite difficult.
Yeah.
So, but you've been doing a bit of acting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an actor now.
That's what I mean. Last time I seen you, mate, you were an actor.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
That's how we pronounce it in the biz.
Nice. Learned that in London.
Yes,
London.
Down London town.
I think last time I see you just done. Is it Cineworld advert?
Oh yeah. Oh mate, things are.
That was good. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
I remember seeing it going.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good money.
Good.
And
I was going to ask you about the money. Have you got any like? What's the worst audition you've ever gone to? Were you a bit like God?
I had one that came through, which was like for Amazon. It was like, delivering a parcel to Paul Pogba. That was the advert.
Is it a load of gear?
I don't know.
Imagine you got gear through Amazon.
Pogba answered all.
Yeah. Woo! But then I read it. I was like, fine. It's just like you can't really get it wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
But then later on, it's like, and it's in French. So you have to do it all in French. And I don't know why I'd been put forward for it. But, once it's come through, you can give it a go, haven't you?
I know that feeling, mate.
Yeah. You got to...
What do you have to say?
It was just like, watch live on Amazon.
Go on then.
But in French.
Give it a go.
J'adore Amazon.
Yeah.
Où est la télé?
Yeah. It's to be honest, that Cineworld one was horrendous as well, because I didn't think anyone would see it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it don't matter, money's all right, I'll go and do this. No one will see it.
I'm not sure we're at Cineworld.
And then you go home and go, oh no, people go to the cinema, don't they?
yeah.
Like all the time.
I've not seen it. What did you
Don't
have to...
tell anyone.
It was like before the new Mission Impossible film. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which they made me say every fucking word of. And now they've changed the title. It's just Dead Reckoning now, but they insist on the Part 1.
Right, so you actually go up and say, I'd like a ticket for this, please.
I was like working in Cineworld, and I had to be like, I was on like a harness, like 10 foot in the air,
right,
and like lowered down onto this, into like in front of you. It's supposed to be like a Mission Impossible thing.
That's so funny. Like two Tango Ice Blasts.
Yeah, that's basically it. But it really hurts.
The harness.
And because it's like an advert and no one cares about your well-being.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk, like discussions were made about what the next shot would be while I was 10 foot in the air. Rather than let's get Pete on the floor on the mattress.
Did you say anything?
Well, you can't, can you?
You're just a little bitch, aren't you, for the time that you're there?
Also, they couldn't hear him anyway. He's 10 foot in the air.
Like an air freshener.
Wasn't having a good time. I've got a picture for my kids just in case they ever say you never did out for me.
You did.
I embarrassed myself for Tom Cruise.
I remember when I did that Be a Livery advert, I told you about the doorbell thing, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I pressed this doorbell. We're delivering some nappies to this door.
Nice.
And then when we was filming it was like, right, we need you to press this doorbell. Press the doorbell. It was a close-up. And they went, could you do it again for us? But could you do it more naturally, please? I must have done it 15 times pressing this doorbell. I'm like, I don't have a clue what a more natural doorbell.
You went
15
fingers.
times. Yeah, like that. Trying different
Can
fingers.
you stop doing it with your head, please? It seems really weird.
No, put your cock away.
I was thinking about that I did where I just snog someone for like 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Just
non-stop?
It was for laterooms.com. They filmed it in Salford Keys. And it was like public displays of affection is like an infection. It's all on the news. And like,
oh, right.
She was like interviewing us, this girl, and I had to snog this girl. But like, every time someone walked past, they had to stop filming. So I ended up like snogging this girl for about 25 minutes. And that is exhausting.
Gone up 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That's exhausting.
Yeah.
Was that the Rehypnol ad you did?
You're paying people to walk by at the best.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Now.
Dad, stop filming it.
Yeah.
No, I'll show you the video.
As it was happening, a lady walks across and breaks the fourth wall and goes, sometimes you've got to ask for Angela.
It was serious. It's serious.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girl was kissing her dad.
Sounds like you're trying to convince us now.
Her dad
You
was
don't know
going,
it.
Seriously, I did kiss her.
Yeah, exactly.
the girl did it when her dad was part owner of Chelsea.
Bloody hell.
Shut up.
Yeah, serious.
Roman.
And she was kissing me in Salford Keys. AllMadeUp fallen.
Yeah. You're the reason that their team has taken a nosedive.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Shall we get into this?
I think we should.
Go on.
Ladies and gents, this is going to be all made up with Pete Selwood.
Just a little bit.
Pete, welcome to the writer's room.
Right.
Today you are our lead writer. We're your assistants. In front of you, you've got 3 pots, a green one, yellow one and red one. Green ones start our story, red ones end our story, and the yellow ones are little curveballs for in between to send it in a different direction.
Okay.
But before we jump into them, we're going to think of a character. So what would you like your character's name to be?
Lance Bergstrom.
Lance Bergstrom. Nice.
Yeah.
Solid name.
Sounds like he's got a great left foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unreal on set pieces.
Yeah.
Upstairs Bergstrom.
Top scorer, but in like the 50s.
Yeah. Never really made it.
Yeah.
So, how old is Lance?
30 odd.
30 odd.
32.
32.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't realise it was going to be so specific.
No,
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
the more
All right,
specific, the better.
specific, okay,
We're not going to test you at the end of it.
32 and a half.
Right, okay. And what's he do for a job?
Sells pork scratchings. Sells snacks.
Okay,
Snacks.
nice.
Sells snacks.
Pork scratchings, peanuts.
To your pubs.
Is it confectionery you call that?
Yeah, but more like snack. Yeah, like savoury.
Savoury snacks for pubs.
Yeah.
And is he a middleman almost? Is he buying them from a company?
He buys them.
He doesn't make them
from a big company, and then he takes them to the
right. Okay.
See where the spoons.
Yeah, he's got a load of pigs in his garden.
How do you make a scratching? I know it's pig skin.
You got to dry a pig out, haven't you?
You got to dry it out.
You never made pork scratching?
What, while it's alive?
You've never made pork scratchings.
You never made them?
No.
How do you make them?
You cut the. I make them. You cut the fat off the pork.
Right.
Drop it.
That's just crackling.
Put it in salt. It's crackling, isn't it? That's all it is. It's just smaller crackling.
Yeah. Have you ever cut up some crackling? Yeah.
There you go. You've done it. No, it's mostly. I imagine him having like a briefcase full of like different confection.
Samples.
He
like
turns up at bar and goes.
It's like an
really
Avon lady.
salty.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? You know, like when you have different coffees, you have like a different level of intensity, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that. What with pork scratchings, I think he goes to the pubs. What intensity would you like?
Yeah.
From the saltiest of a thing you've ever
Where's this
tasted.
scratching from? This is a Guatemalan pig. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, these pigs have been raised on the foothills where these certain types of berries grow. And let me tell you, this pork is so succulent, so sweet, and the crackling is Guatemalan.
This kind of pork is so sweet and succulent. So anyway, here's the fat that we've dried off.
Exactly.
Natural aphrodisiac.
Yeah. It goes from like not salty to C. That's the scale. Yeah.
Sorry, that's actually a toenail. Apologies on that one.
That's fine. I get that out of there.
Sorry, I don't try that.
That's a macho one.
Okay,
Right, so he sells pork scratchings, pub snacks, pubs, middleman.
Like, he ran like Bombay mix.
Yeah,
Nice.
anything you
Others.
like.
anything that crunches.
Yeah.
That's his business.
Scampi fries, he does.
That's the name of his business. Anything that crunches.
If it crunches, I've got a hunch it'll be something like that.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
Okay, and has he got family?
No. He just travels around. He hasn't had time for a family because of the high salt intake.
His skin's not in great condition.
Not well.
Is he in good nick, or is he living on his...
He's lost weight recently because of doctor's orders.
Yeah.
You don't get high on your own supply, do you?
Yeah.
And
So
he's just
what we're looking at, is he like 6'2", but 18 stone, or is he 18 stone and 5'4"?
You know, he's like... he's probably not fat enough for telly.
He's not fat enough for telly.
Fat in life.
Yeah, not fat for them programs.
Yeah, not fat enough to be on the telly as a fat person.
Okay, touching like a 42-inch waistline.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Just touching it.
Yeah. Going, I'm actually 40.
Yeah. I think he's also constantly drinking water because his mouth's so salty.
Yeah.
He's just like...
It reminds me of the guy, Men in Black, the first one.
Yeah.
The guy.
He gets turned into a bug.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Water.
Sugar water.
Stop eating them. Yeah, stop eating them.
Yeah, just
Okay, so that's
just pops them in like ice cubes, but it's just 2 pork scratchings in the water.
Yeah, and his whiskey, like whiskey cubes, but fucking pork
Like an
scratchings.
old fashioned. He just stirs it for ages
Where does
while
he-
the fats get into it.
where does he live?
Huddersfield.
Oh, right. Okay, I like that. Huddersfield, yeah.
Huddersfield in the 90s.
Oh, so
Oh,
is that?
okay.
So it's
Yeah,
not.
why not?
Yeah,
We're
I
in the
like that.
90s.
Just give us a
Pork
bit of-
scratchings were massive in the 90s. I don't think they're as popular now as they were back then.
No.
Everyone's vegan.
Yeah, there's a lot of small towns around there as well, isn't there, as well? Like,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
but full of pubs and stuff. There'd be a lot of business in that area, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes door to door. There's no internet. He has to walk in
Yeah. I
with
reckon
his bags.
he travels to work listening to Enya all the time.
Sail away, sail away, sail
Yeah.
away.
Is
Just
that
loves
how we
Enya.
set that people know it's the 90s?
Yeah.
They do it like they do really lazily in films. Like,
Yeah.
When did Salt and
hi,
Pepper
it's
come in?
1994.
Yeah.
Radio. Why
That's-
would you ever mention
That's
that?
almost like the opening to this character, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sail
yeah.
away. And he
Does
just...
it before a sale. He's
Yeah.
in the car like...
Yeah.
Never.
And where, just like, can we give us is he a handsome looking fella, or is he... 'cause
I
he's
think he
heavy
probably
set.
would be if he had better skin and
Yeah.
Okay.
looked after him. Saying, yeah.
Yeah, like used to be handsome sort of
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
like,
probably
like,
was. Probably had good days.
And what got him into the sort of crunchy business? Was it his dad or
Family business.
family business?
Yeah.
Is his dad still in the
Years of-
picture?
Yeah,
Or-
just years of selling snacks.
right.
Probably
Okay.
used to. His granddad used to have a pub, and they probably moved into the snack business.
But did you say his dad is still in the picture? So it's like, is
He
he
took over for his dad, and he hates stuff.
right? Okay.
He doesn't really want to sell pork scratchings forever.
Oh, he doesn't?
Okay.
What does he want to do?
Dreams.
What is his dream?
Work in the theatre.
Work in the
Why not?
theatre.
Yeah.
Good time for musicals in the 90s, wasn't it? Like Andrew Lloyd Webber was I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah.
So Andrew Lloyd Webber, yeah, is that?
It's like when Phantom of the Opera came out in the 90s, didn't
Right,
it? So,
okay.
like,
He's just big into his
Joseph,
theatre.
yeah, it was a big time for musicals. That.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And that's what his dream is. I think we've got enough about this character at the moment. Anything else you want to find out before we go any further?
I would just quite like to go on, Ben. You go first.
You go first.
You said he's not got any family really, and he's not got a love interest. So he almost seems like
he's too busy.
But
Yeah.
does he do anything like? Does he have a hobby?
I mean,
Well, he wants to be in theatre, doesn't he? So I
yeah,
imagine
he wants to be in
singing.
theatre,
Like,
Yeah.
what, has he done any type of acting? Like any
I think he like wants to do Amdram, but he's probably not fit enough.
Okay.
Would he like the idea of doing his own advert?
Probably,
yeah. For TV, he's thinking.
For
Maybe.
the latest Mission Impossible.
maybe part of like when he goes around and does his sales pitch, he puts on this little show.
Yeah,
and
just
like
a song.
It's like he does like a mini musical every sales pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You know what I mean? Poke,
Yeah.
scratching.
Missing the whole
at
point of
your
poke
door.
scratching.
Yeah.
His one for Bombay Mix was fine at the time, but is now culturally
Yeah.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
But for the 90s,
yeah.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, in the 90s was absolutely
That
fine.
is
Yeah.
so funny. The idea of him being in a car putting on bronzer. And then as he gets out, the guy being like, "Whoa!"
Different time.
Different time. Exactly.
Different
That
time.
is such a funny
Yeah,
concept.
just
That is such.
dead white hands.
Seems like a League of Gentlemen sketch, doesn't it? Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Right, anyway, let's get into these pots, I think. I
Yeah.
think we found out enough about him. Let's get into theatre, sells pot scratchings, family business, blah, 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 blah. So if you pick out 2 green ones, Pete,
2 greens.
and it's going to be like plot line A, in a row. It's going to be like plot line A, plot line B, and we just pick whichever we want to go with.
Okay.
Where there is a blank, say our character's name, which is Lance Bergstrom.
Lance Bergstrom.
So you say Lance Bergstrom, insert thing.
Sorry, I don't know where that name's come from. Do you want which one? Either.
Both. We're going to do both, so.
Joined a slimming world to find love.
Okay.
Okay.
That fits. That's nice.
Lance Bergstrom.
Was invited to take part in a charity football match.
Oh, we've had that one.
We've had that, so burn that. I reckon we go with the first one.
Yeah, I think we go with the first one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Are you okay going with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pick the red one. And
I
that's
would look forward in the charity football match us trying to name celebrities from the 90s who would be
Yeah.
involved in a Northern football match. So what am I doing?
Pick a red one, and that's going to be our ending, which we're sort of going to aim towards.
Okay.
So whatever that says, that's our ending.
The takeaway never arrived.
The takeaway never arrived. Right, cool.
Right.
Okay.
Just so you know, Pete, you are the lead, right? So you can
Okay.
veto anything. We're going to make
Okay.
offerings to you, effectively.
Right, okay.
So the first one is there. They joined Slimming World to find love.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question would be to you as the lead. When did he join Slimming World? Has it been 6 weeks ago? Was it like, because he's got to the point where he's probably thought, I'm travelling all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Yeah.
musical theatre. I'm a little bit isolated, but I could lose some shape and maybe find some love at the same time.
Yeah.
So
he's probably followed someone there.
that's menacing, mate.
Because I think
That's really menacing.
Yeah. And then
it's different time, though, isn't it? Yeah. Different time.
Yeah,
That's
just remember that Peter Tucker for a
things
round.
that were romantic then
Does it say
aren't now, are they? So, can't do out these days.
does it say to find? Does it,
Follow a girl home, you get arrested these days. It's a joke.
does it say to find love? He joins
To
Slim.
find love, yeah. Well,
Is he going to just one Slimming World, or if he travels around the country,
Yeah.
is he going to?
I think maybe he's gone to a Slimming World where a regular client, a landlady, goes.
Right. Okay. I like
likes.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where do they have swimming worlds?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
pubs.
Yeah. They've been in pubs,
Always
function.
near pubs because they go after, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a lady he's got his eye on.
Yeah. He's
Landlord.
found out where she goes, which isn't creepy.
Yeah.
Well, she's the landlord of the pub. She's set up Slimming World at the pub.
Yeah.
It's easy for her.
And maybe he realises that he's, by selling these pork scratchings, actually aiding her, in a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not helping. He
Yeah.
could be the antidote, but equally, he could be the...
It's catch-22, isn't
Yeah.
it? 'Cause he needs to...
Okay. So let's put a name on this landlady. What's her name?
Jean.
Yeah.
Jean. Okay.
Jean, yeah.
She runs a pub in Huddersfield, yeah?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Blackfriars.
Blackfriars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
I don't know what it, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
I think there's many pubs called that. So.
It's a nice restaurant in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seen her Salford.
Very nice. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So, Gene, and he's in his 30s. I'm guessing, is she a bit older or?
A little bit older, but not
Okay.
not
And is she interested as well? Has it been like a bit of like
I think when you're a salesman, you find any kind of interaction enjoyable, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
She's probably just
Even
they have a chat, they have a bit of banter when he's he's giving the.
Well,
she loves his Bombay Mix song, which we will not be doing.
Yeah.
I think it'd be quite a nice little scene within all of this, right? Okay, and it is a bit seductive, but perhaps it could be like, do you know when you got like Bombay Mix dust on your fingers, something like that? Yeah, and he just like gently just sucks it off at the tip of a finger or something like that.
Yeah,
In,
yeah.
like a little seductive way where she puts like a finger out and he chases it and he goes,
No, the talking.
You ever seen like Northern Babe Station? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's stuff like that, and it's always something horrible.
I imagine them like talking to each other, and it's getting like quite heated. And then Jean puts her finger on his lips to go like shh, but she's got the Bombay dust on it.
Yeah.
And then he just starts licking it.
yeah.
Yeah,
She does that.
that's so sexy.
Yeah.
Like she's putting Vaseline on him.
Yeah.
And then,
39 pence.
And this is in the middle of a Slimming World session, and they're like, guys, that's it. That's a sin. Okay, that's a sin.
How many sins?
How many sins is this,
Bombay
guys?
Mix.
Oh, it's worth it.
She's like, if it's a sin, why does it feel so good?
Yeah.
I think there's got to be a bit of an act out in the pub for them to decide that he's going to slim. Like he's got to find out she goes there, and then he's going to go. That's what I think.
I think it'd be mentioned in just one of their regular meets.
Okay, so I think we should act out.
Right. Okay. You can play Jean.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can play person at the pub, as in like you're just a drinker.
Okay.
I was going to say, could it not be like Jean's mate who already goes? It's like,
Well, this is what I mean. Yeah. So someone there, and then obviously you're playing Lance. Okay. So you come in.
I'll give you a note. You're in the pub because you're unhappy in general.
Okay.
You mask it. If I just go in the pub every day.
that's a clip,
Just
isn't it?
say that with you.
Yeah. Well, that's why I do this podcast.
Yeah.
Gets me out there.
I really want to see that come through the audio.
I saw it in your eyes.
Like, you don't mind waiting for a drink, but in all honesty, you want it now.
Right. And this is, we'll just say this is.
It's come right. This is the scene. He's come in with his new pork scratching briefcase. He's going to try and tempt you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be saying, "No, seriously, I've got Slimming World happening soon."
Yeah.
And this is it.
Yeah.
Action.
Right. Hey, Jean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'd get us a bottle of Pinot Grigio, will you?
I'll sort you out, love. Don't worry.
It's soda. Easy on the soda, please.
I'll sort it out. Don't you worry.
Gina!
Oh, here you are. My
here he
lance
is.
in shining armour.
Here he is again.
All right, yeah, good. You
What have you got for me
get
this
to the
week?
kids now, do you?
No,
Right,
no,
yeah.
Lance, no, sorry.
They'll come back. Yeah, you know. Right, I've got some really good. You like the pork scratchings,
Mm-hmm.
and you like the Bombay Mix.
Oh, I do. I've not kept my fingers out my mouth all week.
Right,
Jean.
this is gonna rock the country. Pork scratchings, curry powder on them.
God, now we're talking.
It's a mix of cultures,
It is.
which I'm into. I like all that, unless you don't.
And I think at this point I'm leaning on the bar, and I've got. No, I do.
Oh, you do? I love it. Yeah, I think they're fine. Bring more of
I
them.
lean in,
I don't.
and I've got a St George's flag,
I don't like mixing the cultures.
just like tattooed on my tit. Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It says Gascoigne.
would you?
Italian 90.
No, but it's half the flag on each side, and only when you lean in it becomes the cross.
Yeah.
So it looks odd otherwise.
That's funny. Yeah. Have you seen Gascoigne on my back?
Yeah, plenty have, Jean.
Tell you what, your life's gone to shit, but mine hasn't.
Yeah.
These scratchings sound superb. Bombay, you're talking curry powder on the tops of
Curry
them.
powder as well. Yeah.
The only thing is, if I keep them in my pub, I'm going to be all over them, and I'm trying to lose about 4 stone.
You don't need to lose.
Oh,
anything.
don't tell me that.
You don't need to lose.
Don't tell me that.
No, because then the tattoo will get weird.
Yeah, I wanted to say just Gaz.
Yeah. It'll look like Gascoigne in 20 years' time. Which you might not know this, but it's a bad look.
It's a bad look. Well,
He goes to Rangers. It don't work out well for him.
look at you here, just like a fucking fortune teller.
I just know, Jean.
Yeah, you're definitely into like precious stones as well, aren't you?
You got a Himalayan salt
The
wine.
crystal's telling me. Ill-advised move to Middlesbrough.
Right.
They're going to come back, my kids.
You can store them in this pub,
Store them.
but I can't have them because if I have one, I want them all. And as I said, I go Slimming World on a Wednesday. So does she.
I do go
You
Slimming
go-
World.
Is it like every Wednesday? Is it here?
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday here.
I've
It's
lost-
actually happening. It's Wednesday
yeah,
and it's happening
I've
in
gotta go
half an
tonight.
hour.
I lost £2 last week.
£2.
Yeah, because I took the bus.
And I lost my kids.
I lost my kid.
I quite like that. Is the idea of like I've got these like small difficulties, and you're just like
I lost my
Yeah.
kids and my dad the week before.
but,
Batting eyelids.
Yeah, but it's fine.
so we've got to go in a minute because I've got to go and have me weigh in.
Is there space at it, or is it just like
You can come down. I don't see why not.
that'd be well? If you don't mind, I'd give it. You know, I do drink. I eat a lot of
I
salt.
can see that. But you carry it well. You carry
Thank
it very
you.
well.
He does carry it well, yeah.
Right, okay.
And then I think at this point, I think there's got to be like I'll be there for 7:30. It's like a date. You go,
Yeah.
well, can I take you? And I'm like, yeah, if you want,
Yeah, I thought
He goes.
Can
He
we go
goes.
together. So I'll
Yeah.
meet you. I'll
We
meet
can
you
go
here, and I'll take you to
by all means.
other room.
I like the idea of her turning round and he goes, "It's a date," and she goes, "Really?" And it's another snack he's offering her at the
As I said, different cultures.
It's a date. And then she's a bit conflicted because she's
Yeah.
thinking, is it actually a date or is that just a
Yeah.
play on words? And it's a bit like, are we, aren't we? Sort of thing.
yeah.
Right,
And it
okay.
ends with her going, I thought I was driving you. And you go, you've had 4 bottles of wine, love.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, okay.
You're shit faced.
Yeah, I thought I was driving.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's Slimming World, right? So it's 7:30. We're at Slimming World. We've got someone like heading the session.
You're the head of the session.
Okay,
And
but
you're like 6 stone.
yeah. I want to get a curveball in there. So if you pick up one of the yellow ones, Pete, and this is something we're just going to try and integrate into what's happening now.
They got into a bar fight.
You got into a bad
It's
fight.
almost too easy.
Is it?
Right, okay. So we're at Slimming World,
He's
and
there
obviously
and he looks better than he ever has.
Yeah.
it's going to kick off.
What if, just for the motive for this fight, is that you're a woman, aren't you?
Yeah.
you don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Yeah.
You don't really know what this person is.
I think what could be quite funny is that someone in the group is basically the stepmom to your kids,
Yeah.
right? I think that's the motive. It's
Yeah.
like going, you
Yeah, she is. Beverly.
Yeah. lost another stone and you took me kids.
Yeah.
I think that's the motive.
Well, the only thing I would say about that is that that person isn't in the room unless one of you play that person. Because
Oh.
obviously, you know what I mean? You sort of, I think
Well,
it'd be difficult.
what if
It could be you're in a turmoil.
Myself.
That's what the fight is.
I find myself.
The fight is with your own alcoholic demon.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
a, mi-
I
just
like
a
that.
miracle.
Yeah,
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Don't let her speak to you like that.
Yeah.
You're going.
Yeah, I'm just pathetic.
What's your name again? You're Gene.
Gene.
What's your name?
I think I was called. I decided I was called Beverly.
I think
Beverly.
wasn't Beverly the stepmom?
Oh,
Go
Maybe
on.
it's-
What do you want?
Sandra.
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 Okay.
Right. Okay. So we're at a
bruising
Slimming
name.
World session. I'll be sort of leading it,
Yeah.
and then we'll just see what happens. Okay. So, Gene.
Hiya.
So let's have a look. Last week you weighed 18 stone 2. If you want to step on the scales for me, Gene.
Yeah.
one foot heavier than the other there.
That's seen him off.
She's got trench foot.
And she's got a club foot.
Yeah. So I think she gets on barefoot and her toenails look like pork scratchings. Right. And
I love that.
Yeah. looks like, yeah.
The camera, a close up on you, it'd be a close up on Lance, and you just see this.
yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, imagine if when she's not showered, how salty they'll be.
Yeah.
God. Right, okay, so I'm on there.
Give him a clip. Right.
I'd love seeing them on the beach in Benidorm.
Okay. So, Gene, I'd appreciate if you don't stamp on the scales next time, love. I've only got one set. You
Leave
brought
it
the
alone.
last one.
Sorry, carry on.
What? Excuse me?
I'm not, but no, it's fine.
Who's this, Gene? Have you paid your £2? Did you come in?
He sells pork scratchings.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it?
He sells salty snacks.
Yeah.
He comes to my pub. He's from a long line of snack sellers.
Well, that's not
You're
good.
putting me out of business.
Well, I would like to think I am, actually, because Gina, last week, she was doing really well. She'd lost £2. But this week, she's put £8 on.
Bloody
And it's because of people like you, actually.
And the £8 is a glow that you will never have.
Ooh.
Excuse me. I think you'll find I am glowing.
Yeah, you tell her.
You pissed in.
What?
You pissed in, you.
What's that mean?
Sandra,
Yeah.
I don't appreciate your tone, actually. You haven't paid your subs for 6 weeks. You're lucky that you're even in the room.
Well,
You just told me I put in £8.
excuse me, she's talking to me here.
You're smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to go home. You need to go home,
Do I have
Sandra.
an home? Do I? Since you went off with Derek.
Sandra, we said we wouldn't talk about this in public.
He told me that I was just too big for him. And the oldest swimming world on the bus route is this one.
I'm sorry to hear that, Sandra. Derek.
Can I get off the scale now?
No, we're going to have a chat about you in a
Keep her
second.
on there. Leave her there.
Sounds like you're doing something over there.
I like the defending of Gene
Yeah.
because I think that's where the fight might come in. It's sort of like you've got the Slimming World instructor, and that sort of brings you together.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sort of putting you down, humiliating you in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've passed out.
Yeah. Sandra, you just stay there, love. Gene, I'm really not impressed. I mean, your feet are gammy, your tash is growing, and I just think that you're sort of becoming repulsive. Obviously, I put on these sessions in order to help people, and you, when you're not helping yourself...
Help people, put some money in your pocket though, doesn't it?
Excuse...
Well, you make money out of it, don't you? Just having a go at people, beautiful people, like her.
Trying to help people. Yes, my pockets get lined, but
How big's your house? In your house?
it's adequate. I'd like a bigger one. Derek wants to get a semi-detached, so we'll be...
Well, you need it for the kids, wouldn't you?
yeah.
That aren't yours.
I'm getting them back.
You're not getting anything back.
I think I think you've got a snap because you're at the
Yeah,
moment
yeah.
like the only person.
Yeah. Sandra,
I'm gonna get off this scale.
Yeah.
you're not... Seriously,
I'm
Sandra,
out of breath.
you look disgusting, love. You look disgusting, and I think...
She is an angel!
Right.
And you are a bad person.
Right, listen, look, you stink of salt, you look disgusting.
Stink of salt.
People, I just think you're fucking... The lot of you
smell
are
like
vile.
herbs.
Right, okay, that's it. Gene, if he doesn't leave, I will.
Come on, Gene. You're better than this.
Take me away.
Sail away.
Yeah. That goes-
I'll try. I try and carry you out like it's an officer and
Yeah.
a gentleman, but we just decide to
I
calm.
go, take me away, and you go, we'll sail away, and then
And then the fight is me coming over going,
yeah.
he told me he liked to tree another branch.
Yeah, and you just knock me clean out.
Yeah.
End scene.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
okay.
they said, and I think it's one of them romantic moments where it's like, let's just go away in your van, take me to Kendall. You know what I mean? It's sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's a bit
As soon as
euphoric.
there's a van, it's less romantic, isn't it?
She loves it. He's got like,
He's got a massive pork scratching on the roof. You know what I mean? It's just
One of those that moves like
Yeah.
a cockroach.
Yeah.
she's never travelled, Gene. She's never travelled. She's only ever seen Huddersfield, where he's gone all over the country selling scratchings.
Yeah.
Where's his favourite spot?
Gene, I'm taking you to Pontefract.
whoa. You could get in my Pontefract, I tell you that.
Yeah, so then they make love.
Yeah, they make love in the back of the van. Pork scratching wrappers everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It stops
Really
your back.
rough.
It fucking stinks.
But they love
Really
it.
Smells.
Smells like a pig's ear.
There's
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like two pigs in shit. Right. So,
Such a salty encounter, this, isn't it?
oh yeah, 100%.
I'm liking these
You
people.
could call the story "Salt in the Wound." You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Just as a
Precursor.
So yeah, so they've gone off. They've off to Pontefract now.
They're off to
apparently.
Pontefract,
So,
yeah.
And she's just like, do you know what? Actually, yeah, I never left Huddersfield before. So the pub's going to be closed tomorrow.
No, she says, gives you the keys. You're pissed at your head. You look after it, Sandra.
Oh well, I'll do a good job.
you just got your head under a tap.
Yeah, you're like Barney Gumble. That's who you are.
You got a straw in a barrel. Right.
I'm open it. It's karaoke tomorrow.
Right. So they're on the way to Pontefract, I think.
Yeah. Pete, just quickly, with this whole musical element, does he share with Gail?
Gene.
Does he share with Gail his love of musicals?
Gene.
Or does he like
Gail.
Is the plan to like is the plan for him
Gail
to-
cliche.
Gail. Gene. Gail. I try and power through it. No, but Gene.
Gail.
Did I say Gail?
Yeah, you did.
You went,
It's like you just didn't care. Like you just didn't care. Like when you do it to someone in the street and go like, "What's your name?" Oh, I don't care. I'm just going to say whatever I said first time. You did it like Paul Merson. Just go. I'm just going to keep saying it wrong. No one's going to stop me.
Why ask him? What's her name?
What's her name? Gail. Gene. All right. So, Gail.
All right, Gail.
What a name that is, Gail.
Well, maybe the musical element is he starts singing in the car to the
Yeah,
radio.
we'll start singing in the car. Yeah.
But is he going to take her to a musical, or like is he going to perform?
I think he doesn't. It's the kind of thing that men wouldn't admit they were into.
Yeah.
In those days,
Apart
and
from
then
when it's
maybe she
raining.
brings it up
Okay.
on the way, and she sees there's like a crap version of Phantom of the Opera at Scarborough Pavilion or something.
Yeah, right. And I like that. So he's singing this in the van on the way. Okay. It's sort of come up on the radio. It's in his CD player.
Yeah.
And he's taking her to this show. It's showing her the world. And I like the idea of...
World. Scarborough.
Yeah, exactly. But to Gail, Gene, that's massive.
Yeah.
But imagine they got to the
She changed
show.
her name the minute she gets there. I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I'm cultured now.
You can imagine it in a film, wouldn't you? They go to the Phantom of the Opera. He knows every word, and like something happens to the main actor.
We really should have picked a musical that I knew a fucking song from.
we can pick a different musical.
I don't know.
Maybe like Grease.
Little Shop of Horrors.
I could do Joseph. I know
Joseph, yeah,
I don't know
Joseph.
Joseph, but let's go with
I
that.
know Joseph. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Any Dream Will Do because that's nice. That fits
Yeah.
together.
Oh,
Lovely.
There you go.
great name for
Yeah.
the story.
So they get to the theatre. Let's put a name on this theatre.
Where were we? Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Amateur Dramatics Theatre.
Right. Okay.
Catchy.
Scarborough Amateur Dramatic.
Thinking of
Sad. It was just
An
like
algorithm.
sad and then a T. I thought. Yeah.
I think
You
it
said
smells-
algorithm then.
an algorithm.
Acronym.
That's the one.
Yeah, I think it says Gail.
Yeah. Get the Gail Theatre.
Gail Theatre.
Theatre.
Yeah, named after Gail.
Yeah.
She was,
funny.
she was a fantastic actress.
Okay. So I reckon we get another
Prompts.
prompt in there, another curveball. This will be our last one. Another yellow.
So they're on the way to this
They
theatre,
just arrived.
and they're watching the show tonight.
Yeah, they're watching the show, but they've arrived at the theatre.
Okay.
And then this happens.
They walked into a glass door because they were texting and not looking.
Well,
Okay.
Right. Okay. It's 90s. Nokia.
Very
Like.
impressive in the 90s.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be them. It couldn't be. It could be the main actor. He's got a mobile phone because he's like doing a.
Oh,
doing,
yeah. It'd be some bellend who's like tried to modernise it and make it like, you know, when they make Hamlet. Oh, it's Hamlet, but it's set in Soviet Russia. Fuck off.
yeah.
You'd love that.
I know. I bet you would.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do them all the time, mate. They're fucking
Someone called
dogger.
Gail in it, maybe.
So, is
Is there a Gail in the show?
what?
So I reckon they're walking into the theatre.
Yeah.
And then this happens to the lead. Like he's on his phone texting, walks into the glass.
Yeah. Lights out.
Yeah, because back then
Yeah.
with Bernard's text, you had to do
Yeah, you was doing the.
just numbers,
Yeah, you had
wasn't
to
it?
press it each
Yeah.
number multiple times.
I think
didn't
he's so disorientated
Yeah.
that it's natural that Lance is going to have to play the lead.
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think's the.
Yeah.
There's a bit of commotion. We can't possibly do the show. Gene, you're trying to convince Lance that he should do it.
Can't.
It's like a little
Okay. Yeah, that's
mini,
a nice
mini,
I
mini.
believe in you, kind of.
Yeah.
Lance, love, this lad, he's in bad shape. He's absolutely out for the count. Look,
He does sound bad. He sounds like he's 80.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Has he just stood up?
I've heard you singing in that car on the way here, and you've got some pipes on your son.
I haven't. No, not like that. Not at the level.
Oh, you do.
Not at the level to play at Scarborough
I've
Amateur
never-
Dramatics Theatre. I'm good in the shower. I couldn't possibly at this level. These people are not professionals, but these are good amateurs.
It's like Bradley Walsh walked past this theatre once.
Look, I've never heard Joseph as a musical, but when I heard you sing in the car, I thought, this is as good as it'll ever be. You've made me feel like a real woman since you've taken me out of that hellhole of slimming world.
It stinks in here.
I would love nothing more than to see you in a Technicolor coat, singing your heart out, while I eat a combination of pork scratchings coated in curry powder.
Go to that in the audience.
I like the idea of me just of the lead just being injured on the floor, and you're just peeling his jacket off him and putting it onto Lance.
My arm.
Oh, the wounds, cauterise it.
Yeah.
What do we need? Get some salt.
Yeah.
Just press it against your skin.
Yeah. I've got a cold bad of. I've got some cold pickled onions in the van. Give me a second. That'll bring the swelling down.
I think all the other actors are around you being like, Lance, will you? We've been training for this show for months. Will you perform?
Yeah, they all sound like that at Scarborough.
I can't. I just could. I just don't think I could.
I think it's like a flashback to his dad's going, "You'll never make anything yourself."
I think
You need to sell snacks.
Yeah.
If you don't sell snacks, you're not a man, are you? What are you? Some kind of... And this was allowed in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was allowed. That's what they
that's
said.
pretty
That is the kind
mild
of
for the
thing
90s.
Yeah. You'll notice I pulled back.
Yeah. We'll cut that bit out where you were like, "This is acceptable in the 90s."
It's like Billy Elliot, isn't it? It's Billy Elliot territory.
Yeah.
It's great.
I don't want to sell pork scratchings, Dad. I just want to dance.
Yeah. And then I think Gail,
Gil.
pulls you in, right? And I think she puts the lips on you.
Right.
I think it's
Gene.
Gene pulls you in, and she fucking puts the lips on you, right? And pulls you in like so close, and she's a busty woman. You know what I mean? She looks like a wardrobe, right? And so when she pulls you in like that, she's got you by the scruff of your jacket, right? Snogs you, rips your jacket off like that, and goes, "You're doing it." And then they put the coat on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she says something like, "I know you've seen Gascoigne, but if you play your cards right, you can see Southgate."
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. A lot's depending on this now.
Yeah.
Like, he's
And
thinking,
he's
I've
like-
got to nail it for Gene. Okay.
Say nail her.
What was the final line,
Don't
Pete?
bottle it. Don't be like Gareth Southgate, who's weirdly tattooed on my arm.
What's the final line for us again, Pete? What's the red one?
Line is the takeaway never arrived.
Takeaway never arrived, right? So we've got like 5 minutes-ish to wrap this story up. So he goes on stage. I like the idea of him being in the harness. Like you was for Cineworld. Same thing, right. He's saying, this is so, he's at the top. Is this at the end of the show, the start of the show? Has he nailed it? Has he not?
How's the show gone?
Yeah.
I think he knows the words and that. He's probably got it a bit wrong, but it's probably gone all right.
Yeah.
The crowd haven't
Again,
noticed.
it's an Amjam performance,
How many people are in the crowd?
4 or 5.
Dozens.
Okay. Well, I think this then.
A baker's dozen.
Okay, it's gone well, right?
Yeah.
And I think he's like fulfilled his dream, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like he's had the dream. Now will he get the girl? So I think they walk out the theatre, and Gene is just like fucking, oh my God, you are
Besotted.
Yeah, besotted, and
I
she's.
thought you were going to say something really fucking vulgar then, and
What were you
I
thinking?
was so prepared for it.
What were you going to? Do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were like, Gene is so fucking wet.
Yeah.
I thought
She's sweaty. She's definitely sweaty.
Oh yeah,
I don't think it means that.
Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah, okay, right.
But yeah, she's damp, right?
Well, fish and chips in Scarborough as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but what I was going to say is I think they're walking back to the staying on the seafront, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's the idea of they're so wrapped up in the loss between them that they have ordered a takeaway, and the door's knocking, and they're just knocking each other. You know what I mean? It's just like yeah. It's like I've got your order down here. She's just upstairs, singing "God Save the Queen," whatever it is.
Oh right, because of Southgate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that, yeah.
So that's
3 lions.
I'm not saying we have to get to that right now.
No, yeah. So, right, I like the idea of, obviously, they finished the show. He's nailed it as best he could. Gene is absolutely, so impressed.
Yeah.
Go on, tell him.
Yeah. Lance, that was absolutely superb.
I did it for you, Gene.
You're right.
Who's Eugene? Who's Eugene?
Yeah.
She gets jealous. Who's Eugene?
Who the fuck's Eugene? Yeah.
Who's in the crowd?
That is so funny. I did it, and then there's some lad Eugene just like for me.
He's like, wasn't.
He's just some like little lad in chorus for me.
Yeah.
Dressed as like a Victorian peasant.
For me, master.
For me.
It's the wrong show.
It will be a good Christmas after all.
Yeah, we'll be doing Oliver next, you idiots.
So, you at this point then like embrace me?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
That's just a great line. That did it for Eugene. That is so good.
Who's he?
So there's a bit of a snog, right?
Yeah.
And then I think I'm the one that's probably a bit like, that was unbelievable. What a show you put on. And let me tell you, I'm going to put a show on for you right now.
But not before we get a takeaway.
Yeah. It's the only thing I love more than sex in this world. It's a bit of fish and chips.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, what happens if after the show, the director goes, I think you've got something here. I think you've got a real talent. There's an audition in London tonight.
London?
There's an audition in London tonight. London! And he goes, I've got to go. And that's why the takeaway never arrived, because he follows his dreams.
She's waiting upstairs.
Yeah.
Starfished, ready for it.
I think she's covered she got a little...
Stop it.
No, I have. I think she's done like a little...
Drizzled curry sauce down
Yeah,
her.
she's got like little pork scratchings on her, but they're like stuck on with curry sauce.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's
Like a sexy
edible
calendar.
underwear. Yeah.
So it's like American Beauty, but it's
Yes.
like really salty.
Yeah, American Gouty.
Just drop it from the top.
Yeah, so she's lying there.
Getting in her eyes.
Yeah, and I do think...
He's supposed to bring the takeaway back with him.
Yeah.
He's got a plastic bag in his hand full of takeaway.
Yeah.
She's covered herself in pork scratchings, ready for it.
Yeah.
Pork. And this guy, this big shot's like, there's an audition for you down in London.
Yeah.
But you've got to go now.
But you've got to go now. And it's that thing where he drops the takeaway bag.
It's a nice little line as well. I think the lad who's found him goes, honestly, pal, I think with your talent, we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the last shot is just like a sausage rolling out the bag because he's just dropped it.
He just dropped it, yeah.
Some cinematography there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pete?
It's right, you know what it is?
And then it's just the bag in the wind.
I like the idea. Sorry, I was about to relate. He drops the bag, a sausage rolls out, but it's shot top down, like bird's eye view, tight on the sausage, and it's rolling, and it transitions into Gene rolling on the bed. So it's like a sausage roll, but then it transitions into her like it's a smooth
and all you hear is
cut.
a big crunch as she gets on the bed. It's like... she's, do you know, like when you drop a donut and it's got hair on it? She's like that, but she's just covered in shards of pork scratching.
Yeah, and then she just never arrives.
Him going, he's doing it for himself.
She's in the pub. She sees him in the paper.
Yeah, and
that's next time she sees him in the paper.
And
little end credit.
Yeah, little end credit. She sees him in the paper, and you know the full story. What do you then say?
He goes, it's got to be something better. It's got to be something good, hasn't it?
Just go what you got.
I think it's something like, I told you, just like Derek him.
Yeah.
And she just decks it.
The piss woman.
Yeah.
I won't leave you, Gene.
She does the Only Fools and Horses.
Trig, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, come on, stop doing that. You'll hurt yourself.
Oh, I really like that. I thought it was a great story.
It was a great story.
Tremendous tale. You brought a lot of northern charm to that.
It's It's literally my dad, my mate's dad's job was selling pork scratchings.
Was it really?
And I think it's the most fucking stupid job.
Yeah.
But it annoys me how big his house is.
Yeah.
He's done really well
it's
out
just
of
a
it.
hollowed out pork
I've just
scratching.
always found it really, really funny that's what
Does he go pub to pub or does he go
He used
like
to go
breweries?
pub to pub breweries. Like they're on like Wetherspoons, like
my mate's dad.
Things like it's fucking. He's done really well for himself. He used to bring us like at uni like 5 kilogram bags of stuff that was going off, and he'd say, "Eat it this week."
No.
And then you're like, how can pickled onions go off, Brian? Like, what do you mean they're going off? Like,
sure, they get better.
He's had
exactly right. Yeah, it's really weird.
He's had them for ages though, like 25
Yeah.
years.
Well, he brought some crisps once. He was like, "They won't make the end of the month." What do you mean? What do you mean?
They'll die.
Yeah. Eat them now. Like, fucking weird.
Eat me, it's my dream.
Yeah.
That's funny. Pubs used to be great, didn't they?
They used to, yeah. I went to a really good pub the other night in Manchester called Sam's chop house.
Yeah, it's nice, eh?
Yeah, really. I've never heard of it before, but like nice little spot.
Really, really nice.
But I really enjoyed that story.
Are you sponsored by Sam's Chop House?
No.
It's
really nice.
It seemed like you just thrown it in at the end.
Sam's Chop House.
What's the name of your mate? What's the company he sells pork scratchings for?
Oh, God, I should know that, shouldn't I?
So I say, get them in touch. We'll fucking have that sponsor.
Oh, yeah. I'll give a message. Brought to you by Moz's dad's pork scratch.
Next week, I'm just sat here dressed as a pork scratching. This episode is sponsored by pork scratchings.
My dad used to sell springs. You know?
Springs?
Yeah, he used to work like a salesman for he started as an engineer making springs, and he started selling springs to like fighter jets and all that sort of stuff.
That is literally a Simpson. There's literally a Simpsons episode.
Yeah.
Where he goes to door selling springs, doesn't he?
That was my dad. Yeah, I remember as a kid watching it going,
That's wild.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed that story for the fact don't think we've had a tale before where it was so centered around like a snack. You know what I mean? Sometimes it goes in mad directions, but the through line was just this really salty, quite delicious bar snack.
It grounds it, doesn't it?
Just quickly before we wrap up, if you were in a bar and you were having a snack, what would you have?
I know what mine is. Have you ever had Schneider's? The pretzels.
Yeah,
they were really big in Sheffield. The jalapeno ones, unbelievable bar snack.
he should have come to United, shouldn't
Who's that?
he? Yeah, we should have come to United.
Schneider.
Yeah. We had a chance getting him.
But
Mate, in
have
his
you seen
career.
the size of him now?
Yeah.
He's right,
Still
little,
small.
he's fucking little fridge.
But yeah, have you had them before, Schneider's?
No, never.
You had top tier bar snack.
They do sound good.
I've had there's a selection of it's like pork rind, but with Chinese spices on them.
Wow.
I had them in Lewis, near Brighton.
Roosters.
Yeah.
Down south, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what they've got in it.
What would you have?
I think my dad's got a pub, hasn't he? No.
Oh,
So my dad's got a pub. Yeah.
Lyman's.
Yeah, no, I quite like. They used to have these little cheese bite things.
Mate, that's what my mate's dad brought around to us.
Was it?
We all got violently ill when he said eat them within a month, and we didn't.
But I used to love them. Yeah,
little bits of cheese.
Yeah, amazing. I suppose I'm okay with a pack of Monster Munch.
Monster
Munch. Fair enough.
Monster Munch in a pub.
Yeah. I think when I think of bar snacks, I think of KP nuts, obviously.
Yeah.
I think of Ploughman's lunch. I think of Scampi fries. I think.
I don't think of at certain if you see it in a pub, you think this pub's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I saw a pub that sells full tubes of Pringles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit somewhat weird.
Yeah, someone doing dodgy stuff in the toilet.
Even just selling Walkers, I find a bit odd.
Yeah, you want it to be a Seabrooks.
Yeah, Seabrooks.
See, that's it. That's pub 101. That's.
There used to be a man in my dad's pub. Nuts on the bar. Would you ever eat nuts off the bar?
No.
When I was a kid, I would have done. But then
not covered in piss.
Yeah.
He used to put them in his mouth, suck them and put them back in.
What? That's what your dad did?
No, this man who used to come in the pub.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He had no teeth and he just used to suck them and then put them back in.
That's fucking horrible.
It was horrible, yeah. But
I'd have peanuts if I was in a pub, but
dry roasted or salted?
Salted.
Oh,
I like dry roasted, but salted peanuts, KP nuts, out of a bag, corner ripped off. My dad would get them from when I was a kid, and we sat around with my mum and my sister and that. But my God, if you have peanuts, you know what I find mad is when people eat them individually like that. You're meant to put a bunch in your hand and then throw them in your mouth.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. Well, I'm usually out the bag. I'm just straight in.
Really?
Yeah.
Peanuts is one of the most selfish of the snacks as well, because you don't really open up the peanuts, whereas
most
of the other ones.
Yeah, Chris, you rip down the middle. I get that.
In the table, don't you? It's etiquette.
Yeah, there is etiquette.
I eat a lot of nuts now these days. Really clear me out.
Were you talking? Were you on
Start on shit, end on shit.
yeah. It really cleared me out.
Were you on the J2Os or a Shandy Bass or
J2O?
J2O.
And I used to get told that's got to last you for your starter and your dinner, and then you can have another at the end. You're not having loads.
Orange one or that mango one that they had as well.
A passion fruit mango I used to have.
That was great. That was
great. Sometimes apple cider if I behave myself.
Yeah. Tell you what I like though, soda and blackcurrant is such a good drink in a pub. Soft drink in a pub, great.
Yeah, when I was about 14, I used to drink Guinness and black.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I wasn't allowed that.
Yeah, my dad was in the pub. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just come downstairs going, I'll have the usual, Paul.
He's like, call me dad. No questions, Paul. But anyway, yeah. Pete, thank you very much for coming on the pod. I hope you enjoyed it. You've got some bits and pieces coming up. You're doing a show.
Sorry?
You're doing a show? A show?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing my hometown gig. That's the one I need to sell out because it's too big.
Amazing.
For me to do it.
Where is it?
It's in Penistone.
Nice.
Tickets on sale now. 14th of March. That's the big one. That's
Loads
the
of
one
time.
I've got to sell out.
How many seats?
It's 300 and odd.
Oh, amazing.
We'll do
It's
it,
a
mate.
lot, but it's
That's
my
all right.
hometown. So like, if people don't come, I'll take it really personally.
Yeah.
Don't take it personally, mate.
Oh, I definitely will. I'll be giving people the eye in Tesco, going, "You had your chance."
yeah.
We'll put a link to it in the bio as well,
Yeah.
then, can't we?
Yeah.
We'll share it in there.
Thank
so,
you.
Pete's a funny lad. I've worked with him many a time. You should go and watch him. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Tell a friend if you've enjoyed it. Leave us a review. This has been All Made Up with Pete Selwood.
Thank you.
It's all made